Hey, it's Sri here. In today's video, I'm going to talk you through how to navigate your way through a situation where you find yourself vacillating between hope and despair when it comes to saving your marriage and wanting to move forward with your husband. Now, before we dive in, I just want to let you know that you're not alone through this situation. It's a really, really difficult time that you're going through at the moment when you're trying to save your marriage and trying to move forward with your husband, and he's either had an affair or he's going through some times where he's really unsure about what to do in his life. And so if you are in that place and you're really, really struggling, I want you to know that you're not alone, and I'm here to support you every step of the way in your journey. And so if you are needing some support and some guidance and not sure what steps you need to take, then what I'd encourage you to do is just in the description section below, just click on that link and it just says book a call with me. Just click on that link, choose a time that works for you, and then I'll contact you at the scheduled time just so I can learn a little bit more about what you're going through right now, where you want to get to, and how I can bridge that gap as well. And so make sure you click on that link, choose a time that works, and I'll contact you at that scheduled time. And make sure you hit that subscribe button below and click on that bell notification as well, so every week you get access to my latest videos teaching you about male psychology, teaching you how to save your marriage, and really helping you to heal from infidelity as well. Now, when you're going through a tough time in your marriage where you're wanting to save your marriage and your husband has either cheated on you or there are other issues that are in your marriage and you're wanting to really move forward, the problem is that you'll find yourself moving between two emotional states, and that is hope and despair. You might find that there are times where he's giving you a little bit more attention, where he's giving you a little bit of love. Maybe you're intimate at certain stages, or maybe it just seems nice to you at times. And you find yourself going, wow, my God, he actually wants to be with me. And then there are other times where he might say, hun, have you looked at those divorce papers? Or I'm not really sure if I still want to be in this marriage. Or he just seems a bit cold at times. And so you'll find yourself, as I said, vacillating between those two emotional states. Whilst this is very normal to be in that place, I think it's important that we understand how to get ourselves through it. Because like a lot of things in life, things don't pan out exactly in the way we want them in the time frame that we want them to happen as well. And as I've said in many videos, I've got clients whose husbands have come back after 6 months, 9 months, 14 months. But the biggest challenge that a lot of people face is the uncertainty of not knowing how it's actually going to unfold. And because of the way the human brain works, it's always going to look out for danger and threats. And so it's looking around, and then there are moments where things don't work well, and immediately it's, I've got to protect myself. And for some people, protecting themselves means getting more intense, more aggressive, working harder. For other people, protecting themselves means there's no point. It's a waste of time. I'm done. I'm finished. And so it's important that we don't buy into that mindset. And what I wanted to do, and this is just a short video, but what I want you to apply, instead of worrying about how quickly the marriage is going to be saved and what changes you need to make and so on, what I want you to do is take the approach of, I have hope that I'm going to be okay, and that in the long run, everything is going to be fine in terms of my circumstances and my well-being. Because here's the thing, when our marriage is falling apart, yes, you want your husband, yes, you love him and so on. I'm not challenging you on that. But at the deepest level, the biggest challenge that we're actually facing is the threat of our existence. Now just bear with me for a second, because it might sound a little bit dramatic when I say that. But at the deepest level, what we're feeling that we're missing out on is love. And without love, we literally fear our survival. Because that's at the very core of what we need as human beings. We need love. So if we're afraid that that love is being taken away from us, we're literally worried for our survival. And the best thing that you can do right now is recognize that no matter what, you actually will be okay. In all the years I've been doing this work, I've never ever had anyone who's just completely just fallen off the rails. They've always ended up growing and developing on the proviso that they did the work. You have to make sure you're putting in the work. And that means working on your mind, working on your emotions, working on your physical body, and also working on your spiritual development as well, whatever that means to you. And as you continue to develop all of those parts of you, I promise you, in the long run, you are going to be okay. Now just think about it for a second. If you were to just know that in the long run you were going to be okay, that you had that certainty that no one can actually take love away from you, that love always lives inside of you and that you can heal through it. If you had the certainty in your own self that you're going to be okay, then the beauty is that all of the actions that you take moving forward end up coming from a beautiful place. See, I remember hearing this quote once, and I forget the name of the person who said it, but he said, life supports more of what supports life. And what supports life is love. So the more love we give, the more love we operate with, the more love we're going to get back. That's just the way this world works. Like attracts like. So the more love you're operating from, the better off you're going to be. And whether that's love for you, whether it's love for your family, whether it's love for your kids, whether it's love for strangers, the more we give that love off, the more we're actually going to heal. So I say these things because I want you to live in faith and hope. Whenever we're in that place of despair, we are a sitting duck. It simply results in struggling in the long haul. Whenever I speak to people and they're in a place of despair and they do nothing about it, often I'll hear from them a year later and nothing's changed. But the ones that are living in faith and trust and hope, and they still do the work knowing that they don't know it all, then in a year's time, they're in a completely different destination. Healing is real. Healing works, and you're capable of it. So you have to make sure that you own that healing within you and live in that place of hope and faith. And I promise you the rewards will be better than anything you can imagine. Now, if you are in a position where you're struggling, you're not sure exactly what to do and how to move forward and the steps that you need to take, then I'd love to be of service to you through my Authentic Relationship System training program, which is an amazing program that walks you through step by step the actions that you need to take in order to move forward and to progress in your marriage and in your life. I've gone through and really in detail put together a systematic approach that's actually going to help you to move forward using practical tools and strategies that actually work. So if you're struggling, you're not sure what to do, and you connect with some of my material and you want to learn a little bit more about it, then all you need to do is in the description section below, just click on that link which just says book a call with me. Just click on that link, choose a time that works for you, and then I'll contact you at the scheduled time just so I can learn a little bit more about where you're at now, where you want to get to, and how you can bridge that gap in the quickest possible time as well. You are capable of healing, and sometimes we just need that little nudge in the right direction. If you're not quite ready to speak to me yet, that's totally okay. What I'd recommend you do is in the description section again, there's a link to register for my free masterclass. That masterclass training will teach you the 3 steps my client Sarah used to be able to save her marriage in less than 60 days. She's a remarkable woman. I know you're going to get tons out of it. So I definitely recommend you check that out so you can really learn the steps that she took in order to save her marriage in such a quick amount of time. And make sure you stick around to the very end of that video and I'll make sure I give you a free gift that I know you'll really love. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've liked it, make sure you hit the like button below. If you want to get more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. And do let me know what your biggest takeaway is from this video as well. I always love hearing the comments and questions, so make sure you write them below and I'll respond to every single one of them. And if you want to learn why men regret losing a good woman, click this video above. And if you want to learn how to stop your husband from cheating, click this video above. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you in the next video.